Ahoy, mateys. Uncle Lisa, what? Belay that. What did Will do that we need to fire at him? I need some proof. Welcome aboard, mateys. It's good to have you here. Oh my goodness, we've got a bunch in here already, on board. Linda Barker is here, Uncle Lisa, Todd Johnson, Weekend RVing. Oh, yeah, I we'd be doing good already. All right, so we are, believe it or not, I am quite surprised. This is uh, the eighth weekend in a row that we are doing this guessing game, and it just keeps getting. It seems like it's getting more fun every week. At least it is to me. It's a challenge uh, to kind of decide. All right, who is it going to be? Frederick Heron, welcome aboard. Uh, and that's really part of the fun. The narrowing down. It's like a detective show almost. I mean, we have the clues and we figure it out. You know? And some people are quite adept. They ask good questions and they listen. Fort Wilderness Ricky, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Uh, Good to have you here. The okay, Uncle Lisa. Not sure what Will did, Captain, but the cannons may get rusty if we don't fire shots. He thinks he's been having a nap inside lately. Oh, that reminds me of a story. Oh, from over a year ago. I'm trying to think who it was that was driving their motorhome. I don't know if they were going into Fort Wilderness. No, it wasn't Fort Wilderness, but they were driving their motorhome, and this is one of the first dash cams that were done while they are entering the RV park. And they there was one of those turnoffs where you could drop your tow vehicle, and there was like 17 people, in the live stream, you know, and we all started to cut up. Who was that? Who was that? That'd be fun to see it again. But one of them was James, and basically, he was acting as a stowaway. He was in the tow vehicle, and we left him. Had to go back and get him, let him out. He was in the trunk of the tow vehicle taking a nap. Hilarious, hilarious. Shanacraft, welcome aboard, Miss Winner from last week. I don't think Badge has actually seen last week's show. I know he's had some difficult Wi-Fi up there, so it's possible he hasn't seen it yet, but does know that he was featured last week. And of course, Graham Patterson does, because he was featured 2 weeks in a row. Oh, was that fun, Because on the first week they didn't guess him on the evening shift, anyways. Yeah, it was great. James, you are here. So, we were just mentioning Uncle Lisa is convinced that you've been sleeping in the cannons. So he wants to exercise the cannons, and he wants to fire them at William. I don't know what William did, but if it warrants it, I suppose. Uncle Lisa's right. We do have to keep the cannons clean. So, and I just gave it away again. No, not the guest channel. I didn't give that away. Uh, all right. So, all right. What has been happening? Let's see. This week has been snowy and cold. I did manage to make a couple scrap runs, and there were some other things I had to do. Yesterday, I got my flu shot, not the one that they're bringing out, the COVID thing, not that one, just the normal flu shot. And you know, my health insurance company, they're going to be sending me a $10 Amazon gift card. I'm like, cool. It took a little bit of phone calling and say, hey, you said this, now you're telling me that you're closed, and I'm doing it before the 31st, but how can you say do it before the 31st when I did, and now you're closed? Horse, bull, hockey. Well, come to find out, doesn't matter that the rewards office is closed. It's automatic. When the pharmacy where I got my flu shot sends through the paperwork with my card number on it, boom. Eventually, I'll get my $10 gift certificate in the mail, or Amazon card, whatever they want to call it, and that's fine. And then my neighbor will forward it to me wherever we are, whether we're in Texas or Oklahoma, or not 100% sure where we're going to be. I think Oklahoma will be our first actual meet someone, and they're here, I think, unless they move by the time I get there. Have to chase them down. And then San Antonio area is another one on our list, and Graham, Texas is another one on the list. The Awesome Possum Van Works. I call it the Awesome Possum Ranch, but it's Awesome Possum Van Works. And we'd love to stop in and see them, and maybe even help out for a couple of days. Okay. Oh, James, you got your virus shot. Cool. Troublemaker number one. Oh gosh, I'm listening. The chat's starting to move fast already. We got 12 crewmates on board here. Troublemaker number one. Okay, couldn't resist. Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. Ford man, welcome aboard. Uh, Lucky Dog Sue. Hey, there's another lucky person. Probably figure this out in a matter of minutes. Can't take part in the chat today. Contractors have arrived to tear out our old deck, and the dogs are going nuts. I'm on dog patrol today. Oh, well, thank you, Sue. Hopefully they'll be done by 6 p.m. this evening, and you can come on for the evening crew and see if you can figure it out. Ah. So did the flu shot thing, got that squared away, um, and the reward thing. Uh, some of you, Living Like Larry, welcome aboard. Some Living Like Larry, you were one of them. You were on my live stream that was just a pop-up live stream on Wednesday evening where I was ranting and raving and upset about YouTube. I have gone back in, and yes, I've done a ton of housekeeping. Alien Believers, welcome aboard. Did you, Alien Believers, while I'm talking about my live stream from the other night, my ranting and raving about YouTube not letting me subscribe to more people? Yes, Shanacraft, it is. Did you figure out how I can find you when I click on your name? I can't click on it right now because I'm in StreamYard, but later today or tomorrow I can, and try to go to your channel. Now, one thing I haven't tried to do is type it in yet. That might be a solution too. I don't know. But again, like I said the other night, your name is like, I'm getting confused now. Do we have two Larrys in the house, on the ship, on the board? Yeah, well, you guys can help man the cannons. Uncle Lisa needs some help cleaning them. They're trying to pull James out of one of them. He's been taking a nap. And I still don't know what William did that we need to fire at will, but we'll see. And Santa Craft is scratching her head, I think. Yes. Yes. Uh, got two Larrys. This is cool. We only have one Santa Craft, though. Shanna Banana. Graham Patterson, welcome aboard. Good to see you. This is going to be a fun one today, I think. Um, Alien Believers. Uh, could it be? I wondered that when I found this. What is that? One of you will figure that one out. No, you can give a link to Santa Craft, and she is a NN, at least at this time. That doesn't mean that she's not going to start being a content creator, a CC. But, you know. Okay, Shanna is guessing Jerry Holly. Wow, this will be the earliest that anyone has made a guess, and they're still wrong. Alien Believers is in Canada, Northern Ontario. We have some other Ontario people that come aboard every now and then. Justin and Christina, of course. So they're not in Northern Ontario, they're in Southern. No, they're in Quebec. Excuse me. Somebody else is in Ontario. I can't remember who that is. Okay. Talking about finding someone. Da, da, da. We're here to guess the channel, Uncle Lisa. But you knew that. No, it's not in Showmore. I learned from you. I learned from you. And I also learned from last week. The whole thing in a nutshell with asking permission. Nah, I'm not asking permission anymore. I'm going to be a true pirate. I'm just going to pick a channel, and here we go. All right, James. What would lead you to think of that? This thing, meant to be our being, is another guess by Shanna. Wow. Wow. We're only 12 minutes into this, and all of a sudden, you know, nope, Shanna, it is not. Yes, Alien Believers, your channel is hard to find. I would love to find it. Slowly learning. Okay, yeah. Well, we all start right where you're at, and I'm still learning. I got a long ways to go before I can ever get anywhere close. Linda Barker, there's one clue right there. What is that? Interstate. It is on the interstate. You're correct about that. We are on an interstate. Alien Believers couldn't find. You know what, Uncle Lisa? That's an excellent guess. But it's wrong. K&R Destination. That's a good guess. Yes, it is Highway exclamation point 0. I know you fumble fingered. I do the one and the exclamation point all the time. Yes, it is Highway 10, Interstate 10. Living Like Larry has no idea. Oh, you'll get one. All of a sudden, it'll just come to you. It will come to you. Linda Barker says it's a dark cloud. No, it's not. You know what, Linda, though? I remember this was back early 90s, probably around 95, somewhere in there. Man, I'll call it mid 90s. And I was the person who I had stayed the extra hour. We had kind of a swing. You know, Steve would go home at 3:30. I would leave at 4:30. That's just how we ran our operations at the hospital. He and I were both engineers, which is a glorification. We were the guys who fix things, the maintenance guys, not cleaning. That was housekeeping. We were, you know, the guys running around with pipe wrenches and stuff like that. Anyways, Steve had already gotten home. You know, he lived about 15 miles to the south. In fact, he was my neighbor back then in those days. Um, and it was a pretty much a cloudy sky like this, but there was no forecast of any kind of rain or nothing like that. And all of a sudden, this dark cloud came from the west, moving rapidly and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And right on the top of the hospital, downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan, it basically exploded. We had so much rain so fast that the there was a basement being built next door for a church addition, and it filled right up. There was a pettibone down on the bottom of it, and it filled right up. And the uh, sewers backed up, and the storm drains they backed up, and our air conditioning drains for condensation drains were they would drain into the sewers because it's clean water, and so they went into the storm sewers. We didn't have to put condensate into the sewer system. It went down the storm sewers. Anyways, it all back up fast, so fast that all the way up to the second floor of the hospital, ceiling tiles are coming down because the condensation drains were overflowing because they were back up. It was incredible. Stuff was happening. I called Steve. You get your ass down here now. And he's out 15 miles away, and he doesn't see a thing. Beautiful, beautiful, clear sky, sunny, yada yada. He thought I'd lost my mind. Well, half an hour later, he shows up. He says, "I thought you lost your mind, but I can see you didn't." I mean, the storm lasted about 20 minutes, and that was it. It was it. So, Uncle Lisa, this is so much fun. I'm kind of playing with you guys a little bit. The description hints that you will be singing to us if the correct channel is guess. And yeah, I will. I am confirming. I will sing, and it may be very shortly here because I don't want to make anyone angry. Let's go back to James. He said it was on the highway, um, Interstate 10. That's correct. Ford man guessed Happy Place Camping. No, that's wrong. Um, and James gave us a tiny bit of hint. And let's see, somebody else. Okay, we actually have uh, two winners so far, and well, Frederick Heron, that is an awesome guess, and that's wrong. All right, I am being naughty. Let's see. Here's what we're going to do. For everybody that's here right now, uh, you're going to shut your mouths. And I'm going to wait till the end of the show. But yes, it is slow momentum. James got it first, and Graham got it. He guessed it also right behind. It's not really two winners, Uncle Lisa, unless they're really looking forward to me singing. So now we got 15 here on board. Let's all be quiet. And when new people come in, if they do, we'll kind of let them guess. How about that? And of course, as you all know, tonight, you people already know, and Slow Momentum will be featured again tonight. So we'll start this all over again. Oh, and by the way, tonight, and it's been confirmed, during tonight's show, the guessing show, the second evening, whatever you want to call it, the evening Guess the Channel show. There'll be different background, different thumbnails, all that. But oh, nobody's keen on me singing, unless it be slow momentum. Whoop, I'm not supposed to say it anymore because we might have new people coming in here any second now. Any second now. Nick Sticks is guessing Blue Wave Odyssey. Okay. Well, that's wrong. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this going. So did anybody figure out what this actually really is? I know Linda thought it was a dark cloud, and then I told the story about the dark cloud, which was incredible. I mean, it looked like something out of hell. Seriously, descending on downtown Grand Rapids. It was the weirdest thing. Shanna's looking forward to the singing. Ooh la la. Oh my goodness. And it could happen here in another, well, let's give it 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever. We're hoping that somebody else will come in here and try to guess that this is not Blue Wave Odyssey. Michigander Man, welcome aboard. Would you care to guess the channel? What is this? What is this, Rob? This might help you guess the channel. Now, see, there is a channel called UFO, which is a very, very reasonable guess. But it's wrong. It's not really flying. I'd have to say, is it floating? I guess. Nah, not really. Not really floating. Maybe. Uncle Lisa, allow me in any public situation. Uh-oh. Double-bladed helicopter. I can't remember what you call those. Yeah, a transport, a lift copter, used for picking things up. I know what you're talking about. But no, it's not a double-bladed copter. It could pass as a UFO or a copter, or well, one thing is for sure, it's not in focus. Now, why would that be? I don't know. I think I know. The Squashed Fly channel. Excellent. You are right on top of things today. Yes, that is a bug on the windshield. I don't know if it was a fly. If it was a darn big one. So now we've solved our UFO mystery. Oh my gosh. So what's everybody up to today? This afternoon, I only have maybe 2 errands to run. I want to get some propane. Found out where I get my propane tanks filled basically anytime I want during the day. But one place, they only can do it when they have 2 people on the premises. The other place, I know they'll always have 2 or 3 people, so it's not going to be a problem to get propane tanks filled up. So I intend to do that this afternoon, and then one other little errand, and then I'll be back here getting ready for tonight's second feature, which I didn't even tell you what it was yet. Yes, tonight, during our hour-and-a-half show at 6 p.m., not exactly what time during that show while we're guessing this featured channel, Holly by Golly is going to make an appearance and do her very second comedy skit. And she says she's prepared. We'll see. Now I got to get this space in here prepared because it's an ultimate disaster in here right now. But I want to make room on the desk so I can have the Chromebook running at the same time. So we'll have two devices running. She'll be on StreamYard, and I will be too. But when it's time for her to be on camera doing her skit, then I'll be off to the side, but I will be on the Chromebook on YouTube, so I can perhaps enter in the chat while she's doing her thing. It should be fun. Okay, Michigander going to Texas in June. Oh, you're going? Oh, well, I won't be there in June, Rob. I'm gonna plan on being there. Shanacraft, you asked. The thing I'm hoping to be in Texas by the end of February. All things considered, I should be. By the end of February, I should be in Texas. I am planning on going to Oklahoma first. Well, naturally, you got to go through Oklahoma to get to where I'm going in Texas. Although I could drop down and go through Arkansas and avoid Oklahoma. Don't know. It depends on the other channel that I hope to hook up with, who they're in Oklahoma now, and probably will be for a while. So chances are I'll be going to Oklahoma City first, and then heading down to Texas after that. So, see, I got to scroll down here again. Crawdads. I haven't had crawdads in quite some time, but I like them too. RV living with a geezer. So, RV living with a geezer, do you know who this is? Were you lurking? Because I know I didn't say welcome aboard to you till just now. Welcome aboard. The heck is crawdads? You don't know, Uncle Lisa? RV living with a geezer. Fill Uncle Lisa in on what a crawdad is, or crawdad is. Some people use them as bait. Other people can't wait that long to catch something else. We just eat them. Costco's the cheapest place to get gas in Ontario. Okay. All right. For my 20-pound tank, I found out that at the Ago station up here, which, they're kind of the distributor for fuels, so the gas stations around, and propane. And so, yes, crayfish. Anyways, it's $9.99 to have them fill up your tank. So $9.99 plus tax. What is that? $10.60, under $11, let's say, to fill up a 20-pound tank. Now, you could go up front and say, "Oh, I'm in a hurry," or "You're closed," or something, whatever. You can exchange for $19.99 for a 20-pound tank. Well, I'm cheap. I got 3 tanks filled. I'm just going to fill one today. But then before we leave, I'll be stopping either at the Ago station or Tractor Supply. We have Tractor Supply not too far, about, let's see, 10 miles. I can stop there. And I go that way anyway, so it's not a problem to throw a couple tanks in the back of Serendipity and stop by there and get them filled. So, let's see, dead celebrities. Oh, I see what you guys are talking about. And yes, the crawdads do make the beer go down easier. Wait a minute, isn't it the reverse? All right. Oh, good. You're gonna hook up with some YouTubers down there. That'll be cool. Yeah, in June. Okay. Chances are I'll be here. There is a little bit of rumors now that July or August, and I don't know how this is going to go. I do need to get a hold of the Northwoods RV Life to see if they are interested in possibly helping. There are several people here in Michigan that would like to more or less, let's have a get together. Not just us Michigan RVers and YouTubers, but well, let's have a get together for everybody in Michigan in the summer, of course, while it's you know reasonable weather and we can all go swimming and stuff like that. But yeah, Michigan has a lot to offer, and so we're hoping that possibly we can get some more RV or YouTubers, our community, to come up to Michigan. Why not? I think it'd be cool. You know, uh, I'm hoping that I can go. And if you just stepped in, I do have a get together to go to between now and June. Um, but I will be meeting other RVers and YouTubers between. I want to leave the 5th of February, which is Friday. There's supposed to be another storm coming in. If that does happen, well, then we'll delay till like Monday before we leave. So Linda says she wants to come to Michigan. Yeah, alien believers. That's I don't know what propane is up your way, but of course, if you're in Canada, then there's a difference in the exchange. What is it? Canadian dollars. Everything in Canada is higher, but if you compare it to American dollars or United States dollars currency, I don't know. There's a difference. So chances are you're really paying the same thing. Just it's a difference in currency. So we've got a couple of newer people in the house. So while we're at it, well, let's let them try to give a guess to who this channel is. Why not? And yes, I will be singing pretty soon. Another 10 minutes, probably. Muppets love seafood. What? Oh, why? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, claws and crabs. Hey, some of us eat oysters. I don't. I have, and maybe that's why I don't now. I'm willing to try. Something new. There are some things that kind of creeps me out, but no, if you haven't had crawdads and crayfish, if you want to call them that, and gosh, gotta have a boil. Gotta get a boil going here. Lots of fun, and and as the geezer says, sure does make the beer go down smoother. It does. And some of my buddies, they use hot sauce. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You're gonna kill me. Just give it to me. Yeah, I'm not a Costco member, you know, and that's not interested in that. Maybe someday. I've actually considered Sam's because Sam's has some deals for RVers, but I'm still not convinced to do it. RV living with a geezer. Yes, you started something. Oh, I wanted to announce it. I'm not leaving you. I just got to check something. There's a possibility of an announcement if I if it's here. Well, let's look. YouTube. Nope, it's not there. So I'm not going to announce that, but perhaps I'll hear from a neighbor who has some very good news. Very good news. Northwoods RV Life, welcome aboard. You know what? I did not do my homework this morning. Well, I did, but not my YouTube homework. Are you going live after me at 1? Inquiring minds want to know. And while you're here, can you guess this channel? All right. Okay, so I don't think Little Bit Crazy knows yet, and Northwoods doesn't. Um, RV Life with the Geezer, maybe not. So whoever wasn't here earlier in the last half hour or whatever you want to call it, now we know the answer. The vast majority of us here know the answer to who this channel is. Anybody would like to take another guess, and we'll have fun with Linda Eat Crawdads. Oh, okay. Is Old Bay, is that a type of ale? One of my favorite ales, and I don't know if they still have it, but when I was in Nova Scotia, my favorite ale in Nova Scotia was called Ahoy. Good stuff. Alien Believers. Did I say what the dark cloud is? Yes, a few minutes ago. And I think it was Graham Patterson guessed that it was a squash bug. Yes, it is a squash bug on the windshield. I think this is a squash bug on the windshield, and that is either a very dirty raindrop or bird poop. Alrighty. Old Bay seasoning. That's possible. Oh, yes. I have heard of that. Okay, so we'll use the Old Bay seasoning and the boiled crawdads, and then we'll wash it all down with Ahoy. Or, if we're lucky, we can go to North Carolina and grab some Captain Jack Pilsner. Okay, Uncle Lisa. I preferred Americans when they were eating hamburgers and drank Coca-Cola. Then you knew where you had to now they eat crabs and gators and Canadians and drink cafe lattes. Technically, unless we're alien, we don't eat the Canadians. Yeah, it's just a thing. Politeness. I'm not an alien. I'm not going there. Nope, not going there. Alien Believers. You lived in Nova Scotia. Yeah, I didn't live there, but I was there for a couple of weeks, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Went as far east. Thought about going to Newfoundland. I actually thought about it, but wasn't in our budget. But I did do some log rolling. I got to go visit a lounge. I experienced the fog. Oh my, did I ever experience the fog. I'll have to tell some of those stories from being in Nova Scotia. I might tell it here now. In Blue Lane, welcome aboard. You can come in and guess. Waverly, Halifax. Okay. Yep. I know approximately where that is. It's been a few years since I've been up Nova Scotia way. But yeah, that was pretty cool. It was neat. I love the people up there. I love the people. Incredible, wonderful people. Nova Scotians, like you can't. They're just. They should all be transplanted down south, y'all. They're very, very hospitality. Okay. Crab legs, yes. Yep. I like, obviously, Alaskan king crab, the most expensive on the menu when it comes to crab legs. They're just underneath lobster. Yeah, I love Alaskan king crab. It's awesome. Blue Lane UFO. Hey, welcome aboard. We're trying to guess what this is. I mean, some people are trying to guess, not everybody. Most people. Thank you, Geezer. Appreciate it. Um, but I thought UFO, you might like this little part that I'm pointing to. But obviously, the whole background is guess the channel, um, and it has been guessed. But see how you're stepping in right now. We're going to give you a chance too while you're here, and then I of course promised to sing, so that'll happen here in about another 10 minutes, maybe less. I am waiting on the Northwoods RV Life to give me the thing that if they're going live at 1 p.m. Eastern. Maybe one of my wrenches could double check, see if there's a thumbnail for Corey to go live at 1, the Northwoods RV Life. And a rock chip. That's a good guess. Bill, that's a real good guess. But it's not. Santa crab. I had Alaskan king crab in Alaska. Oh, wow. Now that would be awesome. The crab legs. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to get a stiff upper lip, Uncle Lisa, and try something. I mean, come on. You tried s'mores. Might not be as difficult as trying some kind of fish that you don't know where it's been. What a riot. Yeah, Corey and Lori should be maybe still in here. So if they can tell me if they're going live or if somebody else go check the thumbnails, we'll give them a raid at 1 o'clock. I won't be able to stay very long because I've got to get the propane filled and a couple other little errands. And I got to clean this office. Otherwise, Holly by golly, who will be on tonight with me during our evening show, she's going to do her comedy skit the second time. And she's not going to repeat herself from the first one, not a lot. So, but it's been about, I don't know, 6 months. I think July 31st was the last time she was on. So it's been a while. Okay. Told the story in BB's live stream way back. Horrible experience with seafood and a new girlfriend and parents-in-law. I might want to go back and watch that. I can't imagine you having a problem with a new girlfriend. Now, that's not to say. There are some people who have that, no, you get them anywhere near a crawdad. No, they're going to have an allergic reaction. And it's not psychosomatic, it's real. They can get sick, and that's not good. Not good. We don't want anybody getting sick. I, for one, don't. Am I ever going to try the coffee that some weird Indonesian cat ate and pooped out? No. And it's way expensive. No, I ain't trying that. I think that might make me sick. And I love coffee. Okay, they're not doing the Saturday Lives? Well, I wish I could check. I just can't. Because if I pull up YouTube right now, I mess StreamYard up, so I can't check right now. So somebody else is going to have to double check, see if there is a thumbnail for the Northwoods RV Live. Meanwhile, I do know for tonight at 7:30 p.m. after my evening show, I come up at 6 and go off at 7:30. That Donovan, RV on the Wayside, they will be live tonight. Well, something changes. All right, no thumbnail. Okay, thank you, Uncle Lisa. Well, if we decided to go a little longer here, then, and Santa Craft can't find it either, so I guess they're not going to be live. I do need to talk to them though about this idea. Um, where are V staying? I chatted with them briefly. Uh, was it Wednesday? Anyways, we've got this idea cooking about having a Michigan meetup for the RVers, not just the Michigan RVers. Although I'm actually kind of surprised that we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm looking at about easily 10 channels, YouTube channels, RVers. So we have uh, a small group from the state of Michigan. So, um, okay. Anyone else want to care to guess that already? I know some of you already know, but anyone that's new in here want to care and guess who this channel is? Otherwise, I'm going to blow it. I'm going to blow it. I wish they were here for this, but of course, they didn't know. I didn't ask permission. Badge taught me that. I don't ask permission anymore. I just do it. Do it. Okay. James Catnese. Did did Uncle Lisa pull you out of the cannon? Are you out and about now? Is the cannon ready to fire at Will? For whatever Will did? I don't know what he did. UFO. And living like Larry. No gas here. Okay. RV living with a geezer. Captain Winter. I'm coming to Texas. It looks like it'll be by the end of February. I should be in Texas. I think it'll be the San Antonio area first. And then I may hobble down to Graham before I head west to Arizona. But then I'm going to turn around after Arizona for a month or two, turn around and start moseying on back. So I'll be in Texas again, most likely at Graham, which is about, I don't know, 45 miles to the northwest of Dallas is a town called Graham. Oh, Graham Patterson would like that. Spelled differently. It's there. Graham, Texas. Anyways, that's where the Awesome Possum Van Works is. I want to visit with Phil and perhaps help out, on the way through and on the way back. And now, blast Will to pieces, ready to fire. Okay. All right, good. You can fire at will then. Meantime, talking about firing at will. All right. Anybody new in here that doesn't care to guess, but everybody now for this morning crew or noon crew, if you want to call it that, you now know Howard Keppel. Did you get my reply? Let's see. We were on somebody else's channel, and you said something about your kind of an announcement. And I wrote back saying I'd like to mention it here, but I'm not going to do that. That well, I will ask permission. I'm not going to ask permission about guessing channels. I mean, or who they're going to be. But, going to see something we all were born to see, and inside we all know something big is coming. You know what, alien believers? I've been hearing rumors. I'm a coast to coast fan. I've heard rumors. I've even heard a rumor on a local radio station in the daylight hours. They refer to coast, though. So I don't know. They're just like, what's going on? Is George Norrie going to be the spokesperson for unclassified secret documents? What? Okay, thank you, Howard Keppel. Everybody here, please. As you all know, Howard Keppel is soon to be famous. Howard Keppel has a new big truck, kind of like this channel, and a fifth wheel. And it looks like as soon as his bride retires, which I believe is basically a year, 14 months from now, they are going to be hitting the road. They will be hitting the road and RVing, if not full time, they'll certainly be doing it part time. So I think that's awesome, fantastic news. They will be joining up with us. Howard doesn't have a channel, at least not right now, but that doesn't matter. Shanna doesn't have a channel, but she was at Mayberry, and chances are she may hook up with us at other destinations. We're all a big community here, whether we're YouTube content creators or not. We're one big family here. George Norrie. Okay, thank you, FO and Alien Believers. Alien Believers is laughing at George. And no, this is actually a squash bug. Out of focus. Out of focus squash bug. And this is probably most likely pigeon poop. All right. So, and Uncle Lisa, you are leading me right into my song. You are leading me right into the song. And I'm going to go for it. Did I memorize it? It's pretty easy to memorize. Most of you'll have it memorized before the end of the show or before the end of the night. Living Like Larry. Got to go. Well, stick around for a second. I'll sing you a song. Linda, Northwoods RV, put in the chat when we were talking about crawdads. They're not doing. Oh, okay. I missed it. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for scrolling up and finding that. Please. You're not on till tonight. And they all know it. Holly by golly will be on tonight, along with me, along with guessing this channel, which, okay, it's slow momentum. And tonight you'll be able to give little hints to the new night shift people. And we'll see how that goes. So, as for those of you who have been following Keith and BJ, as near as I know, BJ is still on the road, and Keith is winding down from doing those road trips. Although he's been doing some road trips because he's been going to like Shreveport, Louisiana, and I don't know where else. But Uncle Lisa, you said something about Ash Wright, or that's right. It's Ash Wright. Slow momentum has a lot. Ash Wright, Ash Wright, Ash Wright. And on his lot he has some trucks. Ash Wright, Ash Wright, Ash Wright. With a truck here and a truck there. Here a truck, there a truck, everywhere a truck. Slow momentum has a lot. Ash Wright, Ash Wright, Ash Wright. I know, don't quit my day job. I don't have a day job. Well, kind of. Ha. All right, UFO. Bon voyage. Don't take any wooden nickels at the store. See, now everybody's leaving. Can't stand it. Frederick's leaving, and he's usually he stays till the last crow is hung. I'm scaring everybody away. I'm scaring everybody away. Howard Keppel's applauding. Okay. You'll have one more chance to hear it tonight. And if somebody wants to let Keith know that I made up a song about him. Actually, Keith was the one that gave him the idea. Because he was, and I don't know, I mean, BJ was with him too. But they were in Shreveport at an auto auction, and there was a lot of trucks. Do I think they perhaps bought the first 1 or 3 trucks for the car lot or the lot? Perhaps. Who knows? Lady Gaga was going to host an online concert, I would have bought my lighter. I got a spare one that you can have. Hilarious. Yeah, hilarious. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, because they were looking at trucks, I thought, oh, this is appropriate. And all of a sudden, it just dawned on me: make a song. Can't take the singing. Sorry, Frederick. Don't come by tonight, then. Yeah. All right. I know y'all teasing me. That's fine. That's fine. Um, I sure hope that everyone has a great afternoon. Um, I don't even want to go out. It has warmed up some. It's 27, or it was 27 degrees an hour ago. Although they did say it was going to start spitting some snow here pretty soon. It could change. It could change. Howard probably knows what it's doing up his way, which is only about 5 miles north of me. Okay. Um, and no, I haven't been to his new house yet. Matter of fact, I never went to his old house. But I'm happy that my neighbor's got a fifth wheel and a truck to pull it with now. That's going to be cool. And he's a little nervous about doing that because he's never pulled anything like that. I'm like, you know what? You'll be a pro at it pretty soon. And you know what? There's an idea for your channel: learning to be an RVer from square one. Why not? Yeah. How did we all end up watching RV YouTubers for the most part? Because we're interested in RVing, or some of us are. Uh, we all kind of learn from each other and help each other. It's 26 degrees in Cleveland, Ohio, 28 degrees where Frederick's at. We're actually supposed to get to 30 tomorrow. That would be like an extreme heat wave. I may be out there in my t-shirt. Not. It's supposed to be windy. That will not make it feel like it's 30 degrees. Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Howard. It's a learning curve. Everybody has to start somewhere. And I know you've watched a lot of RV YouTubers, whatever. I'm sure you're learning a lot from them just by watching, and that's a good thing too. It's like, even driver's training is book learning first. Watching videos. Uncle Lisa got kidnapped by the RV. Yes, you have. You have been kidnapped. And welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. All right. Yep, piece of cake. That's what Geezer is telling you, Howard. It's a piece of cake. I'll have mine with chocolate. Chocolate, please. And whipped cream? Yeah, that sounds good. Piece of chocolate cake with some whipped cream. Or even vanilla ice cream would go good. Yes. And Howard, I've met you and your bride, but I'll be seeing you on the road too now, camping. Yes, it's going to happen. And if you guys take a vacation sometime in the warm summer months here, I think you mentioned the place up a little ways north that possibly you had a place to park, or maybe we can find a state park or do something. Anyways, that's down the road. I'm going to try and get Corey and Lori involved. Speaking of Lori's, here's Tom and Lori. Welcome aboard. Gosh, I feel like I should sing the song one more time, seeing how the Northwoods RV Life is not coming on live right after me. Tom, I have a song. You want to hear it? Yes, the channel here was guest. And so, in honor of this channel that I featured and will be featured again tonight, again, guessing game, Uncle Lisa wants to hear it. Okay, here we go. Tom and Lori You may want to leave now. Slow momentum has a lot. That's right, that's right, that's right. And on his lot, he has some trucks. That's right, that's right, that's right. With a truck here and a truck there, here a truck, there a truck, everywhere a truck. Slow momentum has a lot. That's right, that's right, that's right. Yes, I am on overtime, Frederick Heron. But I wanted Tom and Lori to hear me sing. And now they'll never come back again. Well, let's just stay on here for a few more minutes. I don't have to pee yet. Give me a minute. National Forest north of you that Tina went to. Oh, was that the Manistee or the one up by Traverse City? Well, actually, I think Manistee Forest goes up that far too. I know that's a possibility. Now, in previous years, like 2 years ago, let's say, before we had all this nonsense going on, or the virus, uh, it's hard to get reservations at a state park. I mean, it was full, 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 full. Would we be able to do like the Mayberry thing? I don't know. But again, with this virus thing, it's possible. For instance, earlier, Ricky was on, and the wilderness thing down in Florida, Walt Disney Wilderness RV Park. Anyways, there's hardly anybody there. And this is full blown wintertime. They should be right up to the gills. Instead, it's only about half full. So yeah, the virus thing is affecting travel and RV parks and state parks. Probably need some accordion to go with that. Okay, Tom. I do have a 120 bass accordion. I think it's stored in my sister's basement and has been for about 25 years. I'm probably not strong enough to put it over my shoulders anymore. It's heavy. Even when I was young, it's like, man, this thing weighing down my chest. You know? Okay, James, do a campsite, tell them YouTuber get together. Yeah. Hey, sometimes it's the simple things. It's like the skeleton that they used out last year out in Skadden or somewhere out there in Arizona. The skeleton's where you're supposed to turn. Pop-ups are getting in the way. Do a campsite, tell them the YouTuber gather. Hi, alien believers. Yes. Local news here in Finland says that the Swedish ABBA, just got knocked off the #1 chart by some Michigan pirate gangsta rap artist song. That's right, that's right, that's right. I'd forgotten that ABBA was Swedish. I haven't heard ABBA in a long time. Well, I love that group. Yeah, good, good listening. Good fun. Local news in Finland. I love it. Now, Tom and Lori, you're in Skadden now. But I bet the skeleton didn't lead you in because probably I forget who has that. Is it does Aja? Is that her skeleton that they use for wayfinding? I can't remember. I know it belongs to somebody, and I know Nomadic Fanatic. He's got a skeleton too, but that's not the same one. Connecting with 70. I hope so. I sure hope so, Todd. Um, Not 100%. I just don't know. I'm kind of. Oh, free forest camping. Yeah, it would be the Manistee National Forest. Yes, but some people are going to require hookups. I don't. I got a generator loud enough to make everybody mad. No, it's not that bad. Yep, Frederick Heron. One of these days, bang zoom. I hear you. Yeah, I don't know which highway I'm going to be on, or highways. You know, I know at first I'm going to be doing interstate traveling most of the time for the first week, but I'm not. I don't care about the interstate that much. The only reason I'm doing it is to kind of get to where it's warmer. So a little bit more rapid, less stop signs. But I'm one that prefer taking a secondary road, and you see more. You know, there's just things along the side roads that nobody even knows about, except the locals. And you just see some things that you wouldn't see on the interstate. You would never know. So yeah, I like secondary roads, even though it may take me twice as long to get to where I need to go. Hey, I'll take twice as long. It takes half again as long. I, who knows? It's okay. Tom and Lori's got guests. Are they pests? Enjoy. Do that Saturday morning coffee thing, and enjoy Scad and Wash. We'll catch you on the flip. All right. Glad you got those axles dropped. An extra step. Harvey Weekends. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. See, run back road south all the way down. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. It's going to be. I know I can do it. You know what? I never got on the interstate until the last 7 miles for going to Mayberry. I did all secondary, even thirdary roads. Of course, I was in the pickup, so I could do all those, hairpin turns and up and down mountains, and it was crazy. It was crazy. Could I do that with a 40-foot long motorhome? No, I'm not trying it. Not yet, anyways. I'd have to say I'm like Howard Keppel there. I'm not that experienced. Yeah, and the 40-footer don't bend in the middle like somebody pulling a trailer. They got a little bit of an advantage to be able to make those turns. Whereas me, I'm gonna be over in the other lane. Yeah, that's never mind. I'm going to avoid those. Now there's a downside to having something 40-foot long. There are places that actually you can't maneuver through very easily, without causing traffic backups and things like that. So, anyways, so the Great River Road along. Yeah, that I've heard of that. I've never been that way, but I would like to. Never know. There's a possibility. That's a possibility. I'm just gonna take it. We're gonna roll with the flow. If it happens, it happens. You know. Uh, and a lot of it says, where are we gonna park tonight? You know. Uh, might have to hop on the interstate, find a rest area, just for a place to park and sleep. You know. Uh, right now in the North Country, campgrounds are closed. RV parks closed. So unless you can find a Walmart or a rest area or a Cracker Barrel, and maybe a Cabela's or Bass Pro Fish Shops owned by, Bass Pro owns Cabela's, by the way, in case you didn't know that. That wasn't always the case, but they do. And they do allow overnight parking in most cases, from what I understand. And I believe it's with permission. I mean, you got to go in there and say, hey, I want to park overnight here. And meantime, I'd like to buy this pocket knife, whatever. Yeah. a few times you can find truck stop on the back roads, but I've not found any up here in Michigan. No. And some of these roadside parks, big sign, no overnight parking, you know. So it's going to have to be, a truck stop or, you know, Tractor Supply, I don't think allows you to park overnight. But Tractor Supply has a good price on propane. And I may go to Tractor Supply yet today. If I time it just right, don't have to go that far away. I can get the propane at AGO, American Gas and Oil. Um, and there's a joke about the name AGO. Joe's gonna fix it. Yeah, 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 Frederick. Man, I got some property about 40 miles due west of Holland. Would you be interested? All right. I remembered what I wanted to say to Howard Keppel. Howard, are you still in here? Otherwise, I'm going to have to catch you tonight. I forgot something I wanted to say to you. Where did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Here's my notes. Yeah. Yeah, probably had to save it for tonight if Howard stops by. VFW allows you to stay overnight? Seriously. But I'm not a veteran. Neither is Holly. Okay, I'm not seeing Howard Keppel. He must have stepped away. So, all right. It is almost quarter after. I would say it's time for us to wrap this up, and I'll go get my errands done and start getting this office space ready for tonight. It's going to take a little bit. I got an accumulation of stuff. Some of it is stuff that I've been saving up to put in the motorhome, of course. Computer stuff and you name it, oddball stuff. Howard Keppel is here. All right, good. What I wanted to say to you, Howard, is about learning how to handle, pulling your fifth wheel, and learning all the stuff. Just remember, you're going to be FINE fine, FINE fine. And if you've ever watched The Italian Job, you'll know that FINE is an acronym. FINE stands for freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. You're going to be just fine. You'll be fine. Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, emotional. Fine. Like Graham said, or Geezer said, piece of cake. You'll be fine. Ah, that's a good one, Todd. I used to have one of those. I don't know where it is. How about a rubber chicken? A rubber chicken? Oh, Geezer's going to go have some crawdads. Well, bon voyage. Enjoy them. Howard says, yep, I think so. Yeah. You'll be fine. Either way. Yeah, I love that movie, the Italian Job. That's where I got that acronym. I get 15 minutes of overtime. Well, you're right, and I do get 15 minutes of overtime. I'm going to call it now. So, I'm hoping that you'll come aboard this evening at 6 p.m. And now that you know who this channel is, you'll be able to give out little tiny hints, perhaps, to the evening crew who weren't here this morning. That's how we play this. And as said, for episode number 8 of Guess the Channel, we have had a blast. So the second part of episode 8 is tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, and hope to see you there. Thank you, Linda. All right. You all know, fair winds and smiles, and may God bless. Thank you for being aboard, mateys.